Africa is not contributing nothing in the world economy. That is I don't like talking about this topic. It makes me so sad because if they say that Africa is not contributing nothing in the world economy, that's crazy. There is something called cobalt in a cobalt, something like COBALT. Cobalt is a component of lithium ion present in every cell phone rechargeable battery. Let's put it this way: it's present in every rechargeable battery. That is every tablet, every cell phone, and every electric vehicle. I think as an African, we have to be more enlightened, and be aware about how the world around us is really affecting us. It's really affecting us in a sense that every single system that is affecting our people, the way we are living, how we are living, the way we think, is affecting our belief system. It's affecting the way what we have access to. And also the information that they feed our people about their society, and then the information also that they feed us about ourselves.
Changing the narratives with Mr. B.
Yeah, man.
How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Nice to meet you again.
Yeah, I'm all well and fine.
It's a wonderful time.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, the last time we met, that video, after pushing the video on air, a lot of people really appreciated that video.
Yeah, for real.
And there was a demand that we should revisit you again and again, because what you are dishing out is something of which cannot be found elsewhere.
Yeah.
So truly, we join our voice with that of our audience to really appreciate you these days.
Yeah.
For also honoring this invitation again.
Yeah.
Being with us today, it's a great privilege. I will never take it for granted.
For real, man.
You are welcome once again.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, before we turn back to you, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all my great viewers, depending on the place you are watching us from. We are back again with another episode of this program, Changing the Narratives, saying it's the way it is in the city of Rome. We are here with our big brother all the way from Gambia. I hope he doesn't need more introduction anymore. But for clarity purpose, let us just talk to him and let him within a few seconds. Sir, please, can you just introduce yourself to us?
My name is Malik Jara. I'm a Gambian. Okay. I'm in Rome for almost like 5 years now. Like I always introduce myself.
Okay. Welcome. Although I know you don't need much introduction because you have already gone viral.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. We have a very sensitive topic today we want to discuss, just to also educate our people.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. The first question I would love to ask you, you're a Gambian.
Yeah, for real.
Okay. I believe before leaving your country, Gambia, there was something you visioned about Europe.
Yeah, exactly.
There was something you think about Europe.
Exactly.
There is something you were told or you seen on television about Europe.
Exactly,
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what was that thing that you seen about Europe or you were told about Europe that gives you that view or that zeal of leaving your country to this place?
That's a very good question. I love that question. I think as an African, we have to be more enlightened, and be aware about how the world around us is really affecting us. It's really affecting us in a sense that every single system that is affecting our people, the way we are living, how we are living, the way we think, is affecting our belief system. It's affecting the way what we have access to. And also the information that they feed our people about their society, and then the information also that they feed us about ourselves. I think we have to be so aware of all this information, because we have a very big misconception about Europe, about the Western society and the Western culture and Western people. So I think this is one of the reasons why so many young Africans are risking their lives to come to Europe. But at the end of the day, let's say if 100% of these youth come into Europe, let's say out of 100%, only 20% of these people either died in the desert or died in the sea. The remaining 80%, let's say the 40% that the 80% that make it to Europe, let's say 40% of this youth, they are all undocumented,
Okay.
which means they are left in the street. All right, they become hopeless, they become helpless. Remember, they don't have any document. All right, they become prey to drug dealers. They also become prey to human traffickers, and they become frustrated. And then out of this 40%, let's say 10% become crazy and all of that. So the remaining 40% that still have a document that you know that they are in this system, they are also being traumatized, either being they face racism and all, or they face discrimination in their various workplace, and so many things is going on. This journey, there is no win, you know. I can prove it to you, there is no win in this journey, because it's so sad, you know. I don't like talking about this topic. It literally make me sad, because I, for one, my own experience, where I am somebody who got a document. I'm part of the documented ones.
Okay.
I got a document and I'm working in my workplace. I face a lot of discrimination. I got bone in my hand. Sometimes in my workplace, we had a work group. In the work group, they would send a picture of a monkey. They say that this is Malik. You understand? So they are laughing at me. They are discriminating me. You know. To make my point is, they really don't want you here.
Okay.
So that's my point. So there is no win in risking your life coming to Europe. You either die or you come here and face racism, systematical racism, or you don't make it.
Okay. So, like, having said that, like in all ramifications, it wasn't what you expected or what you were told
Yeah,
in Gambia that you finally met here.
yeah,
It wasn't what you saw on television you met here, because I still believe today this is still the problem of our people. Because of what we are seeing on television or what we are hearing, we just believe that that is the way it is.
yeah,
But
exactly.
coming here, experiencing it in person is different ballgame entirely, right?
Yeah,
Okay, sir. And another question I want to ask you, I believe what is bringing all this to us as an Africans is kind of poverty mindset.
yeah,
Because we are looking for a way of survival, right? We believe that going to Europe, we at least a little bit change our life system, change our standard of living, and make our life a little bit better, or not even a little bit. We believe that it will make our life better, right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so why do you believe that this Europe is giving us this poverty mindset, low self-esteem to us as Africans? That we just see ourselves, we are not comfortable. No matter what we have in Africa, we are never comfortable with ourselves.
Yeah, they make us stuck in a poverty mindset, just like you said. Is because all the let's say majority of the this social media outlet is controlled by the Western people.
Okay.
So all the content that we consume as an African is controlled by the people that do not look like us. So they make us believe that our way of conduct is radical. It's not civilized. They make us believe that the way we govern our people is not civilized. They make us believe that there is no water in the Gambia, in Africa. They make us believe that we are poor in Africa. Africa is a poor continent. They make us believe on all of these things. And that this create a poverty mindset in the minds of young African. Imagine, let's say, because I talk about we have 40% of young African that are in Europe that are not documented. Majority of them are in the street, right? Majority of them are struggling. They are going through systematic racism and all of that. Okay, there is these big organizations in the Europe, you know, that says that they pack all the money together. They says that we are going to help the malnourished African people in Africa. while they are forgetting in their own society, in their own community, they are still young Africans that you know that they are in the street without a document. They are suffering in the street. They have no home. They have no hope. They are really struggling. So these people live in Europe and going to Africa, this organization saying that we are helping the African people while they are leaving the other ones that are suffering here. You see the hypocrisy of the situation. So what will that create is that the people in back home, they will think that, wow, which means the people in Europe, they are really enjoying it. If you see that the European people are coming here helping us, the people there, then they are really enjoying it, which is not true. So that alone, that's a stupid example, but that alone is creating a poverty mindset in the head of the African people. You get my point?
Yeah, yeah.
You really following?
Yeah.
So that alone is creating a poverty mindset. That is why I said we have to be more enlightened. We have to enlighten our people and be more aware of how the world around us is really affecting us. The information that they feed our people about their society and the information they feed our people about ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. And another question I would love you to attend to educate people about is, I believe all these things are all about politics.
Yeah.
Right? Because they are playing the kind of politics that will favor them, right?
Yeah.
And in turn, we Africans or our leaders supposed to also come up with an idea of politics which is still going to favor Africa
Yeah.
or favor Africans as
Yeah.
a people.
Yeah.
Okay, like, what do you as a person understand by African politics?
I don't
I believe all these things are about politics.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't believe there is anything called African politics because I believe that we are consuming politics in a very wrong way. First of all, it's not our fault because I believe that politics is not our thing.
Okay.
Politics is brought to us by the Western people. We don't understand what politics is. So if the agenda is not about human development, that's rubbish. If the agenda is not about political development, economic development, that's crazy. That's a waste of time. That's a waste of decades and decades and decades. So there is no progress. So the politics in Africa, I would say, we don't really know what politics is. We don't really know what politics is. So if talk of which the economical development, some of them will really come out and say that Africa is not contributing nothing in the world economy. That I don't like talking about this topic. It makes me so sad because if they say that Africa is not contributing nothing in the world economy, that's crazy. Because never, we talk about the history, never in human history has there been more suffering that generate more profit, which is linked to the life of every single person that are in the Western world. It's really happening right now in Congo. There is something called cobalt, something like COBALT, cobalt. Is a component of lithium ion present in every cell phone, rechargeable battery. Let's put it this way: it's present in every rechargeable battery. That is every tablet, every cell phone, and every electric vehicle. So, 3/4 of this cobalt is mined from a Congo. That's the statistic they give us. Let's say 75% of this cobalt is mined from Congo. Let me ask you a question because this topic is getting wide. Who is this richest man, second richest man in the world currently? It's Elon Musk.
Yeah.
What is the name of his company? It's Tesla, right? Tesla, the idea of Tesla is created based on electric vehicles.
Yeah.
You get my point? So where are they getting that cobalt from?
Well, automatically it's from Africa.
Congo. It's from Congo. So if they say that Africa is not contributing the world economy, that's crazy. That's an insult to the African people. They are literally taking they are forcefully taking the right of the Congolese. Congo right now should be the richest country in Africa, in the whole world at large.
Because what is taken from them is literally used in all the things that the whole world is using.
Yeah, they cannot function without mobile phone. They cannot function without tablets. They cannot function without a laptop. Now they are introducing electric vehicles. So without cobalt, all of these things will not function. So which means Africa is playing a major role in the world economy. That is only one part of Africa. We're talking about Congo. Yeah? But you don't talk about Libya. You don't talk about the natural resources that we have, the crude oil and all of that, what is in Nigeria, in Senegal, all part of Africa. You don't talk about that. We're only looking at the Congolese part. So, for that being said, every Pan-Africanist that wake up today, decades ago, that wake up to fight the economic power of the African people is being assassinated. The like of Thomas Sankara. Before even going to Thomas Sankara, the likes of Patrick Lumumba. Lumumba was once a president of Congo, if you know him. He was he was assassinated because of this. You get
try to fight against oppression.
Exactly. So if they say that Africa is not contributing in the world economy, that is a big insult.
I still believe that the same thing goes to Gaddafi. Muhammad
Exactly.
Gaddafi.
Exactly. Gaddafi was trying to fight the economic freedom of the African people as a continent. He was assassinated not long ago, that 15 years ago. So you see what is going on.
Oh, so, sir, before I get to the last question here, I would say that this whole issue is all about the fault of Africans. Why am I saying this? Because I believe time has come for us Africans, because we do come here to study, to acquire this wisdom, this education, in order for us to utilize these mineral resources for our own good. But what happens after acquiring these studies and everything? Instead of us returning back to Africa to develop our continent, we rather remain on salary, being bought over by these same people. So, did you think that this problem is primarily our own personal problem? The day we start liberating ourselves, that is the day we are going to get our freedom.
I think it's not internal problem.
No, I'm talking about the whole white race.
Yeah, because like I said, I mentioned economic. They make us stuck in poverty mindset. That's one of the reasons. One of the reasons, and also you look around in the whole world. Yeah, you will never find any economic power that is owned and controlled and governed by a black people like you. It doesn't exist.
But they are top experts in those places.
Yeah, but if they people that doesn't look like us, if they control the economic power, no matter how much money you get, no matter how much wisdom you have, you can't defeat them. You can't rule them.
Because you are under payroll.
Exactly, you are under payroll. You are hired. You get my point. So it's right now we have a party called EFF from South Africa. The party leader name is Julius Malema. I think Julius Malema is what he's doing right now is fighting the economic freedom of the South Africans. So we are looking up to Julius Malema, and also currently the current president of the Burkina Faso, and also the current president of Niger, because what they are really doing in Congo is that they are paying Rwanda, and there's a country around Congo. What's the name again? Paul Kagame's country. Do you know Paul Kagame?
Senegal?
No, it's not Senegal. Rwanda. They are using Rwanda and Uganda. They are funding the Rwanda's military and Uganda's military in order to invade the Congolese people. taking their right from them, killing them, and raping them, and mine all this world. You will not hear this big media outlet talking about what is really happening in Congo. Yeah, because it's really helping their people.
Okay,
Yeah.
so lastly, what do you think Africans in diaspora will do to resolve this issue? What do you think is the role of Africans in diaspora in all this matter?
First of all, Africa in diaspora play a very important role in this role, because you and me, we are Africans, but we are African diaspora, right?
Yeah.
We are doing this video. We are playing a very important role.
Okay.
We are enlightening our people what is really going on in Europe and what is really going on in Africa.
Okay.
So us doing this is one of the it will impact on the situation. And also I think I form an organization called Live Again. I told you about it. What we wanted to do is that we want to form a community, African community. Either we put money together and buy our own stuff in the diaspora. We buy our own place where we can make housing affordable for our own people in diaspora,
Oh.
because they are not renting their house to us. They are not giving us job. They are discriminating us, racism and all of that. So what we are doing is that we want to stop all of that.
Okay.
We want to have the community like the Chinese people have. We want to have our own community like the Indian. Here is owned by the Indian people. You see them, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But have you ever seen any shop like this that is owned and controlled by a black person in Rome? No, it doesn't exist. So this is what we are trying to do. We are trying to own our own stuff. That is to call all the African diasporas together. We put money together. We buy our own houses. That is to say, we don't want to rent any house from any Italian. We want to have our own. We rent it to our own people in an affordable way, in a very easy way.
This is one of the still among the role that the African diaspora are playing.
Yeah,
A
exactly.
very vital one.
Yeah.
Okay, so honestly, it's another great time with you.
Yeah.
I believe that we still have much to talk about, but because of time,
Yeah.
we are just going to draw this interview to a close here. And we are still looking forward to meeting you and also discussing on more important issues.
Yeah.
And please do not hesitate whenever we call upon you, because honestly, a lot of people want to hear from you. And we are, as you said, that we are enlightening our people concerning matters. I believe, yes, this information is really going far and go a long way to also reshaping our mindset and also our views towards the way things are happening in Africa.
Yeah.
Thank you so much once again.
Yeah, I really
Really
appreciate
this
it.
time.
Yeah, man.
It's a
Thank
great
you.
time with you.
Yeah, man.